What's up, people? Tonight I'm going to be doing an unboxing of an Apple Watch Ultra 2. I'm not a professional YouTuber. This isn't something I've tried before, but I thought I'd give it a shot and hopefully make a video that might help you make a better decision on whether or not you want to go with the Ultra, one of the Ultra watches. I'll kind of talk a little bit about why I chose the Ultra and some of my concerns. I know one is small guy, I've got small wrists. I'm wondering if it's going to look like I've got a supercomputer on my wrist or if it'll be all right, but I'm kind of a tech guy. I have been since I was really little, so I'm willing to see how it works and wear the big clunky thing around if it turns out like that, but we'll see how it goes. I've never actually held an Ultra watch before, so I'm going to just record my raw reaction and it'll be an adventure. Well, let's get to it. Okay, here we have the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I ordered it on the first day that it was available, the day of the the September Apple Wonderlust event. And why did I get the 2? A few reasons. I've got a 7 right now. It works great. It's been beat up. I'm a little bit rough on my devices. I use them. I don't keep them and intend for them to look pretty, but I do like them to look nice. It's kind of a trade-off, though. I don't want to have to limit my ability to do the things that I do just to keep my watch looking nice, my phone looking nice, my car looking pristine and perfect and untouched. So that kind of leads me to the first reason I got the Ultra. I wanted a watch that was a little bit more durable. I'm a geologist. I like to be out scrambling over the rocks, looking at rocks, picking up rocks, and I want my watch to be able to handle the rocks with me and maybe stay in a little bit better condition. I like the idea of the titanium case and the sapphire crystal. And I also, maybe a little bit, not really vain, but I like the way that things look. In fact, that's, in the past I was a marketer, graphic designer, and packaging designer, and Apple has some really nice packaging for their devices. And I really like this new look that they're starting to change to with the recycled materials. But I like the rugged look of the Apple Watch. I've never actually held an Ultra. I like the look of the Ultra. I've never actually seen one in person, so this unboxing is going to be an adventure for me, and you'll get to see my raw reaction, and I may look at it and put it on my wrist and say, whoa, this doesn't work. But like I mentioned in the intro, I'm a bit of a tech guy, and that's also kind of why I wanted to get the Ultra Watch 2. I'm a tech guy. I've liked gadgets, and when I was really, really young, back in the early to mid 80s, I had one of those big calculator watches that probably wasn't much smaller than this, but I was a lot smaller guy back then, and I had that big giant blue calculator watch that looked horrible on my wrist, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I was okay with it. Another reason is the battery life. I like the idea of the better battery life, not so much the day-to-day battery life. I've never really had a problem with having enough time to charge my watch and have it ready to go whenever I need it. I've never run out of battery. I'm not an extremely heavy user, but more than the day-to-day battery life, I like the idea of the long-term battery life. I want a watch that that battery health will stay high for years, for several years, and I'm hoping that this watch is one that can stay with me for 5 or so years at least. I also like with the Ultra 2, I like the idea of you get more watch faces. More watch faces are available with it. I like the larger screen, and I think the idea of the action button, I think that's going to be cool. I added a few more reasons, of course, after watching the the Wonderlust event a few days ago, and I like the idea of it being carbon neutral. To me, that's important. I think that's cool that Apple's going with the carbon neutral and using the recycled materials. I think that's important for us, for the planet. It's important to me. I like the idea of the on-device Siri and some of the other advancements that are offered by the new S9 chip. And I think the double tap will be cool. I've been using the accessibility function on my 7 for longer than I can remember. You can see it there by that blue circle lit up. If I had something ready to play, I could just tap and it would start playing. And it's super useful. Answering calls, hanging up, things like that. I think that'll be awesome. It seems like that it's usable for more things with the new double tap. So that's awesome. And really the last thing I wanted to mention, I've been watching tech videos, been thinking about getting an Ultra for months, for a long time, since the first Ultra came out, and watching a lot of tech videos, trying to decide. And a few months ago, I discovered Marques Brownlee. He's got an awesome channel where he reviews tech, and I think he's an awesome guy. Wholesome videos, seems like a good, honest, down-to-earth guy, and I definitely suggest him checking out. I suggest that you check out his channel. And a lot of the videos that he shared on the Ultra and on other devices really helped me make my decision to go with the Ultra 2. So my concerns, like I mentioned, maybe too big on the wrist. That's really the only concern I have. I'm looking forward to having that silvery titanium look again. I've had the blue watch for a while, and I'm ready for a change. So let's see. I think this packaging is pretty cool. Apple does an awesome job with their packaging. Just the design, the part of it, getting an Apple device, a brand new Apple device, really is the experience, and they know that, and I think they manipulate us a little bit with that, and that's great. That's awesome. I'm all about beautiful design and beautiful packaging, especially if it's recycled. I think that's great, and I really like this matte type of feel. Apple used to be really more of a smooth type experience. Nice book, beautiful design. Apple's always been that way for years and years. Looks like we've got a little card in there. Some more kind of nifty packaging there. Put that aside for now. And we'll set this aside. We've got 2 boxes there. I'm guessing that this one, I really have no idea. The old watches are a lot different. The cases, the old watches I've gotten in the past. Almost makes me sad to open this and run the perfection of it. Get this open. Now this box seems different from, I think I saw a box opening by Marques, but he mentions in his video that he had a special watch that was sent to him that already had the 10.1 installed on it, so he could do the double tap already. This one won't have that yet, but wow, that's different. It's definitely a different look, different from what I'm used to. It is bigger and it is heavier. That's heavier than I thought it would be. And I knew it would be heavier. I knew that was something that some people really even kind of have a complaint about. It's nice. This is, I mean, I can tell holding it in my hands. It's a quality piece of equipment more than the aluminum. I just have the aluminum watch. I've not gone all out on the watches or the phones. I go out more on the computers because I still do a lot of graphic design and other professional level stuff. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. That's different. there's just kind of a quick comparison. It's bigger than I thought it would be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll put it on, see what it looks like. I'm presuming this is the charging cable. Yeah, it's a braided cord. I'm used to the old style, not braided, just the plastic or whatever the material is. So it's the fast charge USB, new USB-C, plug on the one end, and it's got the metal around the edge so you recognize it's different from the old one that just had the white. So nice braided cord. That looks fancy. I didn't think I'd use it because I've got the old one for my 7 that's fast charge as well, but it kind of looks nice. I'll probably use this one at home and use the other one for my carry-around charging cord. Alrighty, let's check out the band. I was kind of excited about the band. I went with the Alpine loop because I felt like I wanted something secure that would definitely stay on my wrist. I know the others are probably secure, but I've heard that this one's almost really kind of difficult to even get off intentionally, can be. Okay, so you've got a little slip sleeve type box here, some little tabs there. They really pay attention to detail. Nothing else in the box except for this card that looks like it's fastened down, glued down. And it looks like the band just attaches the same way, kind of what I expected. So let's check it out. Oh, that looks nice. I've never really done anything other than I can't think of the name of this material right now, but just these basic loops or basic bands are all that I've ever gotten. So, and I guess maybe I should mention I got the small band, and I believe on the website when I ordered the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the sizing for the small was 130 millimeters to 160 millimeters for circumference of the wrist, and I just used a measuring tape and went around my wrist right where I wear my watch, and I was right in the middle at 145 millimeters, so maybe that will help some of you kind of know. All right, so there we go, and there's the watch. Heavy. I mean, I take the old watch off here. It's, I believe, I can't remember how much the weight of this one was, but it's a difference. I'd say this one's not quite double the 7, double the weight of the 7, but and there you go. You can kind of see how much smaller it is. This one fits in quite tightly. A little bit of play there, but I'm a little bit shaky. It's kind of late at night. It's about 10:30 at night or so, maybe 11 o'clock, whatever the watch said there. It's the only time I can make sure that it's quiet and that I won't get any interruptions from the children. So there we go. And I'm not sure which way. Let's see, I think I want it to wrap around that way. Yeah, that's definitely a different feel. The titanium is a lot more of a actually metallic type of feel to it. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing it the way that they say to do it on the box right here. Going over the top with the strap up with the digital crown. Slide that in. Fits snugly. That's a big watch. That's big. We'll see how it looks. I have heard you've got to watch out that you don't pull the bands through so much that this hits on the watch. People have mentioned marks can mark the watch. My immediate impression is, yeah, it's big. It's a little bit wider than my wrist. Is it something that I'm going to stick with? Well, I just paid a lot of money for it, you know, so yeah, I think I'm going to stick with it. And it's, I mean, going from the smaller one to the bigger one, to be honest, I had the 45 millimeter 7, and it was big on me already a little bit. Like I said, I'm a small guy, small wrists, but this was already big. This isn't that much bigger. It doesn't bother me. And now that it's on my wrist, I don't feel the weight difference as much as hefting it in my hand. It has a lot of heft to it in my hand. On my wrist, I just really don't notice a weight difference. So yeah, like I said, this thing's obviously was brand new. I haven't set it up yet, so I'll set it up and I will try it out for a while and maybe do another video and let you know what I think of the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Thanks for watching. I really hope that this helps some of you in making a decision about whether or not the Ultra or the Ultra 2 is right for you. Cheers.